Hello, Raquel. Thank you so much for your time today. Your feedback is fantastic, and thank you very much. This is a brand new digital product, and we're still ironing out the kinks. And so, thank you very much for helping us to do that. And I apologize that the fact that it's new has caused some frustration on your part. I do hope the refund goes a long way towards repairing that. Yeah, and in addition to that, here's this video for how your son may use the course in a slightly different way that would make it where you'd find it less annoying. So, your classroom, when you log in, now looks like this. It has all of the content revealed to you. Now, within each of the sections where we explain the stories and the answers, your son would have to go through each one of the stories in full and then each one of the answers in full, which has some rehearsal built in here. If he finds that too annoying, you can go to this Brain Magic area here and go to the rehearsal section. And should you choose to, I'd recommend doing the course itself, but should you choose to, all of the stories and their answers are listed in that rehearsal section here. So the 9 times 9 story, and then the answer explanation, the 9 times 8 and the answer explanation. Same thing with all of the stories. So if going through the course itself, your son is finding it too annoying, then I recommend coming to this rehearsal section here. When you're going through the course itself, if you decide to do that, you'll have to go through each of the stories and answers themselves. But you won't have to necessarily go through all of the practice sessions yourself. If you find that your son is understanding things just fine after one of these practice rounds, then don't worry about doing any of the other ones. You can go back to the return to courses and then skip ahead to another course. To another section where you'll cover 4 more stories. In addition to this online testing, where we test the 4 questions that were just taught, and we test all the questions that have been previously taught, we do have the option for some printable tests if you'd like. Now, usually these printable tests will be automatically emailed to you when you finish this little review section at the bottom of every single conclusion of a section. But if your son would like to skip ahead and isn't finishing these, you can find all of the printable practice tests in this main area under printable practice sheets. And so for each section that they go through, you'll have the printable practice sheet for those 4 questions in the test, as well as some hints that if you'd like to go through the course with your kid and just kind of prompt him if he stalled on any, that will be in that document. So we do have the tests themselves that covers the 4 questions that were just taught. Just arranged in a slightly different way. There's 9 times 4 and then 4 times 9, right? So there's only actually 4 questions here. And then there's another printable practice sheet with some prompts for your kid. What's the symbol for 6? What's the symbol for 5? How does she protect herself from the bully? You can walk these through with your child should you choose to be reviewing them, be reviewing any of the answers. So that's where you can find the printable practice sheets. And one last thing, at the very end of the course, you can give them slightly larger, more largely formatted practice sheets with even more questions on them. And that's in the printable practice sheets area as well. So between unlocking all of the content in the classroom section so that your son can, should he choose to, move forward, and giving you access to the rehearsal section, which has all of the stories and answers that you'll fully have access to, that removes the interactivity of testing your child to confirm their understanding and help solidify what he's learned in that testing. But if he'd rather just watch the videos than do the testing, then that's fine. There's the rehearsal section here. And we also have the printable practice sheets area where you could print off tests for him to use at home. I believe that should cover it. Please let me know if you do continue on with the course, how you're finding it. If you have any more suggestions at all, I'm very much taking your feedback to heart. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day and get well soon. Yeah, such a strange coincidence that you found that pamphlet, that you happened to be in Disneyland the same day that a fellow Vancouverite was trying to sell his math program. So thank you very much for your time, and have a great day. Bye, Raquel.